new thing, crawling yada 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 scan. Every breath was like a never-ending suffering. Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, it's just like you're getting scared, and then, but you keep getting scared. Okay, that's the tricky part.
Kind of like that.
Oh fuck yeah!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Story Behind the Screen. This is once again a very special one because we're sitting here with Throatcut, who we didn't know until very recently, but they're from the same town that we're located, Ron, and now they're here playing Summer Breeze, and they do some really hardcore heavy shit. The first question for you guys is, how are you guys doing? And you're playing the show tomorrow. How are your voices doing?
Thanks for having us in the first place. How are we doing? I guess well. Summer Breeze has been a nice experience so far because it's our first festival ever, and then it's been very nice. And yeah, we're having a good time. The shows, both of you.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm a little bit sweaty and moist, but that's okay. But I like to keep my voice quiet for tomorrow because that's a lot of pressure, and I just want to deliver a good show.
Sure, it's really nice. It's really nice that you don't take it for granted.
No, of course not.
Most of the time, the very first question that we always ask the vocalists is, can you remember what was the very, very first time you came into contact listening to harsh vocals, to screaming? Yeah.
I guess one of the first bands I really listened to and that had like screaming involved were like bands like Bleed Talent or Linkin Park. Bleed Talent, the guy had like this crazy mixed scream, and then first I was like, okay, it's very strange, but then I really I dove into it, and Linkin Park for sure, and Tesla, he's the man. He was so great what he was able to do with his voice. So I guess that was like the first contact with screaming in general. Then afterwards, bands like Valentine, like the metalcore bands. It was a little journey from alternative to punk to the heavy shit, like yes, metalcore, and then it got like harder and harder, and yes, that was my screaming. Like, how can I describe the way I got into screaming in general? Yeah.
Well, my first contact with hard music was, of course, Slipknot or System of a Down, all-time classics. Because I'm a little bit older than the other guys, so it was a different time back then. Yeah. And the first time that I tried making hard vocals was probably after listening to Parkway Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first song I tried and covered was Dead Man's Chest. And
how did it go?
Well, at first it didn't go so well, but growling was the first kind of harsh vocals that I tried and that I succeeded in. Okay. Yeah, thankfully. And probably later on with stuff like Come Back Kid, These Nuts, so pretty good hardcore stuff. And then I tried shouting and false chord stuff and all that. And it felt pretty good.
Nice. Eric, I just saw your face. Is everything all right?
Maybe I forgot to press record, but I set this up to be. It will be fine. It will be fine, and it totally didn't. It totally didn't happen with Arsenblut yesterday as well. No. Maybe I didn't press record for the other bands either. Who knows? I'm useless, anyways. No, I think it will be fine. I was too far in, but anyways, sorry if the audio quality wasn't as great from the get-go, but now you're here. And let's keep going with the next question, which is, what ultimately led you down the path to becoming a vocalist?
I guess I always want to be You okay?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember something.
Okay. I mean,
Tell us.
I will.
actually, I always wanted to be a vocalist. I always loved the idea to be on stage and to sing in front of people. So I first got into singing. And when I explored screaming for me, I was like, man, it sounds so powerful and there's so much emotion involved. I want to try it as well. And I guess when I was like 16, I gave it a shot. And I went through it all, man. It was so bad, and it was I was spilling blood, and it was not the best way to try. Just from hearing or listening to your favorite bands, and just try out of the blue. So I got this Melissa Cross CD, The Sound of Screaming, but it actually didn't work out as good as I thought. And then it took me like several years with some on phases and off phases. And finally, when my former band came to the point to go in another harder direction, it was clear either I manage how to scream, or we need to look for another vocalist or another singer in our band, a second singer who can scream. And then it was like, okay, now I'm gonna do something different. And I took lessons. I had 2 coaches. And when I had these lessons, I came to the point where I can scream without hurting my voice. So since then, I have the foundation, I guess, for 4 years now. And yeah, that's how it went so far.
Well, my story how I got into singing is not that inspiring. I remember when I was, I guess, 14 or 15, we had a football tournament at our school, and I'm lazy as fuck and I hate sports. So that time I said to myself, no, I will not go and look at the tournament. And I saw a classmate walking into the music room at our school, and I asked her what she's doing. She said, "Oh, she's practicing with a school band." I said, "Well, maybe can I join? Nobody's missing me anyway at a sports event." So she dragged me in there in the music room, and then they started to play a few songs, and I said, "Oh, I know that one. Can I join in?" And that was the day I recognized that I can sing. Yeah. So to make it clear, I can sing normal as well. I love to sing Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. Yeah.
And he's very good.
Here it is.
Sure. Maybe later. And then I was part of the school band, and the second thing that pushed me into singing was that I was too lazy to learn an instrument, because no one in my family is musically talented. No one. They are all playing football or handball and stuff like that in their youth, and so it was a big exception and a black sheep. You could say that. But then as I said earlier, I tried harder vocals after that, after stuff like Parkway Drive, Asking Alexandria, all that 2010 to 2014 metalcore phase. And I actually never took singing lessons or classes. I taught it all myself with tutorials on YouTube, like really old school stuff like Cookie Brie and stuff like that. Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, and that's and then it all went spiraling downwards into heavier vocals and heavier stuff. And well, now I'm sitting here.
Great. Rafa, you said that you had so many fuck ups, you had such a long story to end up here playing on Summer Breeze. You said you were too lazy for sports, too lazy to play an instrument, but not for learning screaming. Yeah. Why do you stick to screaming for such a long time and not to other things, maybe?
Well, first of all, I really love that music and the kind of power and aggression it's conveying, and yeah, that's what's what's keeping me in that kind of music, because it's not like you're on stage and you have to practice a lot to hit every note, every tone. You just open the door and let all the pure energy and hate out with a different kind of hardcore vocals, and that's what's. I don't want to name it because it's easy, but it's satisfying. It's just satisfying because the thing I love the most is when you're on stage and you have a crowd in front of you and you're transporting that energy and that aggression and power that you put out with your vocals onto the crowd, and you see. That's what I want to see. That's nice.
Yeah, like you said, it's just a way to explore your feelings. And I always loved to do what all my role models were doing, even when I was doing it wrong. But to see all those people going on stage and doing all these awesome things, it was something that was like a very good fuel for me to keep going. And yeah, that's right.
I can see you dying through your window. Don't cry for me. You can see me smiling through your window. Die for me, die for me.
I mean, I already was at one of your shows and we hung out and talked vocals for a little bit. So I already know kind of the answer, but let's dive a bit more into it now. Can you guys, before we start, like maybe for like some screams and demonstrations, can you guys tell us what kind of techniques you're using, if you know?
I'm a false chord guy. Yeah, so that's my foundation of what I'm doing. I'd love to do fry, but I didn't figure it out yet.
Yeah, me too. I'm false chords all the way. I just never could learn how to do fry scream. I tried for months and it didn't work out. I even had an operation on my nasal cavities because it was all crooked. So I thought maybe that's the problem, because the airflow is all sideways and stuff. Like maybe it will work afterwards. But no, that wasn't the problem. I guess I'm the problem, and then I can't solve it.
True. But already talking about your vocals, can you maybe give us some examples of your screams? Like, doesn't matter, low, mids, highs, whatever, where you feel comfortable, but we would love, and the people out there would love to hear you screaming, if you would be up to it.
Sure, of course.
However you feel comfortable, you can start wherever you want, you can go wherever you want.
Can't find crawling out of yada chance can. Every breath is like a never-ending suffering.
Stuff like that.
I guess I'm not that loud. And my focus is more in the mid range and in the lows. I would like to go more higher, but it's something I need to figure out as well. So my sweet spot is like the mid range, like yeah, 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 and also some gutturals like yeah.
Super juicy.
So one thing I've been experimenting a little bit after I saw you guys was like trying to emulate your sound a little bit in the shower. Sorry. And basically the way I approached it was like you have this like very like kind of thing in there, right? And I was like trying to go from here like maybe I have to put the gain down a little bit, sorry. Prayers for the week. Can you maybe give me a prayers for the week, and maybe we can like walk back what you're doing like to a little bit like less loud version to kind of see what you're doing? because I was just for like shits and giggles, I was trying to figure it out. I don't know, like, and I was unlocking something new, which was really helpful. It was nice to break out of like the technique-driven stuff we usually do. But yeah, I just want to figure it out.
Sure.
Brian's father white!
Oh yeah, that's my favorite song of the album.
Yeah, really?
That part and
Oh yeah, that really kicks in.
also in that video. Anyways, can you show it to us like a little bit? But maybe can you work your way a little bit into a scream like? Like a tutorial.
Okay. Well, I can try. Well, most of the times, even I don't know what I'm doing. It just works for me. I know I'm doing fourth chords, and I'll suck in all the air I have, and I work with my belly because there's a lot of it. And I just I push it really, really hard, and I gotta say I really don't know how to control the volume. I just can't do it loud, and I don't know how to do it. I'll do it silently. And then there's the switching parts where you go from the false chords to the normal voice back. So it's always like whoa. So it's really the vocal cords doesn't get too strained, and I don't know how to explain. It's like I'm pinching my throat, so there isn't that much airflow. So it's like you're scared. So, but outwards, it's like yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's like yeah. It's like this. Yeah, it's just like you're getting scared, and then, but you keep getting scared.
Okay,
That's the tricky part.
Right.
Sure, try it.
Fuck, yeah, like so.
It's all in one.
Brian's fall awake!
Kind of like that.
Holy fuck, yeah.
And that actually didn't hurt as much. It's like as much as my normal. I mean, what do the thing. No, okay.
Okay, you now say how you do this.
No, but it's basically what he says. Like really like focusing on. I mean, if you see my also very big belly. And it's like I don't know, horror movie thing, and then just like push it more.
Normal fucks also.
I guess like kind of, and then like you lay a little bit of false chords on it. I don't know. Did it sound similar to what he's doing?
It sounds very similar. Yeah. Now you can play with the neck pitch notes.
Okay, I didn't do a.
And you can do it.
Oh fuck! I sound high and go low because otherwise I would just fall back into my old habits.
Brian's fall awake!
Oh, crazy! I have to play with that. That's fun. It's actually just like it's again, like we talked about it a lot now. Let me just increase again a bit again. We talked with a lot of vocalists now. We talked with Tetzel from Asenblut. We talked with Jake Lors. I think also a little bit about it now with. Did we talk with Fit for King? Like we talked with a bunch of vocalists about this thing. Breaking out or like going a little bit outside of your comfort zone, right? Like we are very technique focused, so I would never dare to attempt doing like what you're doing, like going like and like super loud and super shrill. But actually, it wasn't that bad. Like, was it super safe? Probably not. But it unlocked something new. So that was very interesting. Thank you. That completely out of topic. But that was fun. I just don't think I can do it anywhere because that will go through walls.
And now you gotta try do it without hurting.
Yeah.
That's a good part.
You don't hurt yourself, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. No.
And when I was talking, he was like, "How the fuck doesn't he hurt himself?" But now I'm like, yeah, I guess with a bit more practice.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Just a fine tuning. Oh yeah. Now you.
No.
Just get scared and.
I never did even high screams with my fourth chord. I never did this.
Prayers for the weak! Prayers for the weak!
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a good way. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Pray! Pray!
Like this?
What fourth chord?
Just really tighten your throat. You gotta feel like.
Prayers for the weak!
Oh,
No.
gurgle.
Prayers! Prayers for the weak!
Fuck yeah.
Cover your eyes and then proceed! Let it train or die! Prayers for the
Eric asked it already. I think Eric, Rapha, and I, we are very similar because we took coaches and like lessons from proper vocal coaches and we scream like this. But you didn't, and you sound completely different. This is for me super interesting. Like, still question, how don't you blow out your voice? Because I could feel it. I mean, we are learning it and trying it, but I would imagine that I did some damage there right now. But as long as it sounds fine, it's fine. How don't you damage both of you, how don't you damage your voice? And also having a conversation between the two of you, how do you see the difference between having a coach, not having a coach, learning it yourself, learning maybe the hardcore healthy way or not healthy way? Like, how's this coaching thing and the healthy thing? How do you see both of you? How do you see this topic?
I don't know. I think the most number one part that you have to do is keep practicing. And if it hurts, you're doing it wrong. So you gotta sway from the way you're doing it. You're doing it when it hurts, and you gotta do it a way that it not hurts. And that's my opinion on learning vocals without a coach. You just gotta try. I think there's a big difference. I don't know if you're gonna say a different thing. It's a way different approach to learning that stuff. If you're having a coach for that, or if you're really giving all you have because you want to try it yourself, and you only have your own body feeling and maybe some YouTube tutorials, and no one who really gets you or grabs you by the hand and teaches you step by step. So you don't know if you're doing it wrong or not until it hurts. So I think that's the. I don't want to say one way is wrong or the other one is right, but that's really, as in my opinion, it's two totally different approaches on learning vocals or how to do vocals. Or what would you say?
I guess I would part-wise agree with that, because I guess the main point is that you should watch your throat, and safety is everything. If it hurts, you need to stop. You need to rest. And it doesn't really matter if you have a coach or if you don't have a coach. If you do it all yourself, what I only can recommend to do some lessons, because if you work with people who really know what they are talking about, it's always a benefit in a way. And yeah, but I guess you're right. You have to watch the approach that you have, and you also need to leave your comfort zone, because if you must be a little bit brave to make some steps forward, especially when it comes to screaming. But I guess keeping the balance is very important. Yeah. So that's my take.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
Maybe the other thing is if I have had a coach, and I'm doing it for 16 years now. Well, not screaming, but singing in total. If I would have had a coach who taught me the basics and stuff like that, maybe I would be on a completely different level, or had completely different sounding vocals as I have now, because for 16 years I was doing it by myself. Holy shit!
It's not an explosion, it's a stage thing, it's mad.
Is it the Russians?
No, it's just laboratory.
Oh, okay. Not yet. Yeah, and as I was saying, maybe I would be sounding completely different if I had a coach, but I'm glad I didn't have a coach. I was my own teacher. And Cookie Brie.
Yeah, but I mean, if you see nowadays there are many vocalists in bands who have coaches, because they also want to either improve or just to work on their foundation to deliver better on stage. So I guess to get a little bit help here and there, it's
Of course.
can be very helpful. Yeah.
I'm just wondering all the time, when you were your own coach, where did you teach yourself? Because you're so fucking loud. Like, I guess your parents would have heard you. Well, where did you go out in the forest, or where did you learn? No. Because we're here in the festival area, 2 bands or maybe even 3 are playing right now, and we can yell as loud as we can. But where do you do it in our hometown Heilbronn, especially when you started?
I was actually doing it in my room at my parents' house. Yeah, sure.
And no one complained.
No, either I was screaming or I heard loud music, so it was loud either way. So they had nothing to complain about it. But as I said earlier, I am pretty lazy. So as we got our practice room for the band, or for the first bands and stuff like that, I was practicing there and not at home. Maybe down in the basement once or twice a week. But that's the thing. If I know it's working, then I don't have to work that much, and that's a very bad kind of scene. Learning stuff, I know, but yeah, that's it. Yeah,
It's good. That's good that everyone was patient with you and no problems at all.
No.
Eric, is everything all good?
People want to be here.
No one else booked it, so
Yeah, right.
we were the last one. I think they do an interview there.
Oh.
So we have time to take the time.
Their interview.
Yeah, we pushed them there. We take the time.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't know. I lost the concept of what question we usually follow up with. Let me see. And it's also let's since we were talking about vocal safety, all that stuff. Do you have a warm-up routine?
I guess I do some exercises here and there, but my main thing is just the lip roll. I guess because it works very great for me. So the thing, then yes, that's my main workout. And yeah, then exercises like humming or something like that. So these are the things I do before I go on stage usually. Yeah, sure.
Well, as I said earlier, I'm lazy. So
How did I know?
I tried different stuff like Rapha does with the but it was kind of funny because sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and there was no cohesive way of doing it that I can get to the point where I say, okay, I'm warm now. Sometimes I overstrained my voice, and I really felt it at the end of our rehearsal that we do 2 times a week. So the best way for me is I'm sitting at work whole day and talking to other people, so my voice is always kind of warmed up. When I drive half an hour to the band practice, I'll sing in the car, normal stuff. Yeah, sometimes I'm just raw dogging it.
recently I had a chat with Rapha, from the singer of Our Promise, and he also told me that he's like into this Luxvox thing.
Yeah.
And that's
amazing.
That's something I also want to check out.
Yeah, dude. That's basically it does the same thing as your.
Okay.
It creates a balance, a pressure equalizer in your throat. It lets you close your chords with less effort.
Okay. And one thing I also do is like at one point I try to blend the distortion in. Yes, like yeah, just to check if the grid is really there where I want it to be.
Yeah, it was super interesting to see you warm up before the show backstage. I think we'll put some footage in there if I'm allowed to use it from there. Yeah, and then you were just like going into the entrance and like. And then you ran out and that was it. Yeah. And when you came back from the show, you were like, all of you, it was quite hot, but you were like drenched in sweat. You were like, I'm gonna puke, I'm gonna pass out, I have to go out and get some fresh air. You said your vocals take a lot of effort, which I can see now having tried them myself. But is there like one song in the set that is especially hard for you, or maybe for both of you? Because you also have to play the fucking bass during it, so like I have no idea how you do it.
Yeah, but you know, the special thing is when I'm playing bass and I'm doing vocals at the same time, it's like an automatism. I go to the mic and I just do my thing. I don't need to think about it, which is nice when we are doing shows. But on the other side, it kind of blocks me to improve or to try different things. So it's also something I want to work on, because personally I think if you have like many different ways to do your screams, it's very nice. So yeah.
Sorry, what was the question? I forgot.
What's the hardest song in the set?
Oh.
Intense.
The hardest song, or probably Deceiver, because most of all it's the last one, and it has long parts of vocals in there where I'm not able to breathe in between, but yeah, that's the hardest one for me. Oh yeah.
And what I wanted to talk about, or wanted to say about this automatism thing, in the end, I'm just doing backing vocals. So my part is to support Max on different parts on the songs. So it's not that hard for me to do the vocals. So yeah, I try to get like this knock loose vibes, because Ryan and Isaac, they have different styles, but the combination of both is very amazing. So I'm always supporting like the mids and the lows, and yeah. Right.
All right. Coming to the end, I think one of the last questions from us would be, what are your goals vocally for the future? I mean, you just released your first full-length album, right? What can we maybe expect for the next one?
Like I said, I'm trying to improve myself. I want to work on my highs, and I also really love this aggressive hardcore vocal style. That's also something I would like to work on. Yeah, so these are my goals for the future, vocal wise.
That's a pretty tough question because I don't look at other vocals and say, "Oh, I want to try that." I just play with my own voice, and one day I unlock a new feature and say, "Oh, I can do that. Okay, let's put that in a new song," and then it sticks with me. Well, maybe I'm trying to get a little bit lower on the growls, and maybe a little bit higher on the screams. Well, there's always room for more, so that's my never-ending goal.
Guys, you gave us a tutorial, so many nice advices for us, for the people out there. Are there any final words for you that you want to send out to the people out there who maybe start screaming, want to scream, or just interested in you guys?
All I can say is keep practicing. Kein Meister ist je vom Himmel gefallen, wie man so sagt, ne? And don't hurt yourself. Look out after the voice, because when it's done, it's done. And yeah, don't try to sound like somebody else. Try to sound like yourself.
Yeah, not so much to add. If you want to try harsh vocals, there are so many different ways. And if you want to be similar to your idols, not just like your idols, then yeah, give it a shot. And I guess sometimes, days or some parts, it can be hard. But if you work on yourself, if you keep going, then yeah, one day you come to your goal. So give it a shot.
All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Before you guys leave, don't forget to check out Throatcut and their new album Resilience. And yeah, I'm sure this won't be the last time we're speaking. And yeah, we're very much looking forward to seeing you guys play tomorrow. I'm sure it's gonna be sick. All right, click on whatever video's next. Go check out these guys, and we see you in the next one.